Okay, cool. I am muting my live stream over here.
Same. Let me move some stuff around, make sure I
Why?
can.
But I'm trying to find our live stream. Oh, there we go. Built like us. Cool.
Okay.
My real estate co is live.
Yay. All right. I'm just trying to pull up the chat for it. We have 23 followers for the record. Exciting.
Like Twitch famous now,
I know.
as far as I'm concerned.
Kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All righty.
I'm ready.
Why don't you kick us off, Holly? Why are we here today, Holly?
All right, awesome. Welcome so much. I'm glad you're here. We wanted to just take a minute to explain what we're all about, we are not doing mass recruiting or having like weekly explained webinars and things like that. We are very carefully wanting to share our message because how are we supposed to get in front of the good agents like you if we don't have some sort of explainer, right? Like what are we doing that's so different, and what are you building that isn't like everybody else? So that's why we're here today. You got this invitation from either us directly, the co-founders, or one of the agents that we already have here, and we really just wanted to tell you what we were all about.
Thanks, Holly. That was awesome. And she makes a very good point. And we forget that not everybody knows who we are yet. Even though we're a brand new startup at this time, we forget that not everyone knows who we are or what we do until we do present to somebody and they're like, how does not everyone know about you yet? So we're very excited to kind of tell you what we're doing and how we're different. First of all, our branding's a little bit different. We went with the 90s nostalgia vibe while everybody's doing like the harsh, blocky letters and the bold colors. We wanted it to be more like an editorial fashion magazine vibe. And people, consumers and agents alike, they truly resonate with it. They're loving it. And the other cool thing that agents are absolutely loving, agents and teams, when they're considering moving over to a brokerage, they're like, should I need to see if my colors fit in with that brokerage's branding. Well, we are all about my real estate company, not just being my real estate company, Holly's real estate company, but being your real estate company. So we allow you to brand the my color in your brand color of preference. Anything to add, Holly?
Yeah, just that we should probably put mine on here next time. But we all have our own little colors. Yours isn't on here either. That's so funny.
Oh,
So like Sandy's like an orange, like great fire orange color. Mine is more of a golden yellow, like a bee tint theme. So, anyways, but yeah, it's been really fun watching our agents pick their color and really like go all in on their marketing and their advertising and their vibe. So
I think we'll show you a little bit what kind of a welcome ad would be like. Agents are absolutely loving those too. So we think it's important to explain our mission and vision, what we stand for, and what we're building. Our mission is that we lead by example. We run a profitable, scalable brokerage, fully equipping our agents to do the same with hands-on support and mobile tools to run their entire business from anywhere.
our vision is to redefine real estate nationwide by building the most agent driven, scalable brokerage in the industry, where agents thrive like true business owners and clients benefit from sharper, smarter service at every step. So, your growth isn't capped here, it's expected.
Damn right. We have several core values. We're not going to read them all to you. We expect our agents to know how to read. at a very basic level. But these are all very important to us. Holly and I have poured over these, and we actually added one, the most recent one that well, let's talk about the very first one, which is agent first always. Streamlined systems, strategic resources, bold leadership. Strong agents deliver exceptional service to their clients. So we build everything around them. That is the ethos of our brokerage. And business over buzzwords. We're not all talk. We walk the walk. We don't give a shit how it sounds. If it's pretty or messy, we do what has to be done. So we run a business and take pride in owning, and that sets the standard for everybody. Anything to add, Holly?
Just that, you know, I think it's important to highlight the impact over influence one, you know, as well, is that again, we're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what fits. We're not rewarding people for being popular. We reward people for, you know, giving back and being engaged and being part of the overall mission, right? So we spend a lot of time and thought on these, and we talk about them daily because we want to make sure every decision we make, every meeting we have is aligned with this, because if you can't say your core values without cringing, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, if you have 1 million followers on social media, congratulations. That's no easy feat.
Right.
Um, but what do you contribute right now? That doesn't make you better than anyone else, as far as we're concerned. So that's what we mean by that. And then we also, this goes for if we hire you, if we serve you, or if we collaborate with you. This is our standard. Little bit about us. I need to update Holly's profile picture here.
Fine.
So I'm Sandy Lynn Burnett. Holly and I actually, we've known each other a very, very long time. It's kind of crazy as the years go by. I'm like, oh my gosh, we've known each other a very long time. Now I'm thinking like over 10% of our lives, right? That's kind of crazy when you think about it, when you start to like look at it that way. But we've known each other a very long time. We are co-owners of this brokerage, and our skill sets, we are like a yin and a yang, and our skill sets are very suited for the roles that we play. Holly tends to be mommy in this brokerage, and I am daddy. And that actually works very well for our agents, our vendors, our business, like all that stuff. I am a Marine Corps veteran. I have a business degree from St. Ambrose University, and my strengths are organizational management, continuity of operations, emergency management. Things like that will help us scale properly with our standard operating procedures. With my military background, bring structure to everything, bring us back down to earth. Now, you might have already noticed that I don't beat around the bush. I'm a little bit direct. Holly has a softer approach. I'll let her introduce herself.
So, yeah, I don't want to say I beat around the bush, but I'm getting better at being more direct because it's actually better. But I think what she means is I just have a different way of wording things. And so, but yeah, I'm working on being direct, but I really focus on being a problem solver and a peacemaker. So that's why I was a better student COO, because I want everyone to like me, and so although I'm getting better at that and being more direct and seeing how that helps everybody. I'm the yin to Sandy's yang, really. And so I have a degree in communication studies from Arizona State University. And then I have 8 years experience as a managing broker now. Been in the real estate business for over 15 years in both Arizona and then Iowa. And so at the last brokerage, I was actually managing broker of 2 states and a broker coach, coaching 6 to 8 other state brokers on best practices, things like that. So that's what I'm bringing, to the table, is the experience in brokering. Most C-level executives at other brokerages don't have that experience. And I think that it's different than just being a top producing sales agent. So that's kind of some of the stuff about me.
I guess I should also mention that I have 9.5 years real estate experience. It's not like I randomly got my real estate license and thought, there's a lot of money into owning a real estate brokerage. Holly and I actually, if we're being honest, did not want to start a real estate brokerage. We started this because we felt like we had to. There are a lot of gaps that need to be filled for agents. And just listening to Holly talk about her background and about my background, our strengths could not be more different, which is totally awesome. But we also understand exactly what gaps need to be filled in our weaknesses, and that is usually in the numbers department. So we hired Mark Kearney as our CFO, and he is big time. He has 25 years in the finance industry. He's led startups all the way into multi-billion dollar industries. And so he really has us on lock with our profit models, our projections, the spreadsheets, all that stuff. Do you have anything to add there, Holly?
No, just that we don't get into a lot of that in this presentation, frankly, but that if numbers are your jam and you want to meet with Mark, or you want a copy of our projections or pretty spreadsheets that we don't understand, like, just let us know. If that's how your brain works, we want to get you that information. But yeah, just Mark really rounds us out in a really nice way. And it's great that he has so much experience to bring to the table.
Yeah, we pretty much just say, let us know if we need to worry about anything, and then let us know when we're rich. We'll just run this business to the best of its ability after that.
Exactly.
Speaking of, running the business to the best of its ability, in Holly and I's experience in recruiting agents, in helping agents, in nurturing agents, we have heard a lot of feedback from agents. We've had, I think combined years of 14 years combined in national brokerages. And so when we talk about this right here, this is more like the feedback we're getting from agents in national cloud-based brokerages, because that's what we've built, right? And so these are what the agents are saying. I feel like I'm alone on an island. My sponsor told me all these great things were going to happen, sold me a big dream, and then vanished as soon as I named them. I don't want to work at an MLM. I feel like I picked the wrong sponsor. I feel like I picked the wrong downline because now I'm out of the cool kids group. Or why are the recruiters getting rewarded with real money and I'm getting, fake stock that may or may not go public, may or may not be worth something someday? I'm a producer. I'm the backbone of this brokerage. I don't know. How about you, Holly?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've heard all of these repeatedly. I felt like I was a priority until I signed up, and then they vanished. I worked for my reputation, and now I'm tied to agents who make me look bad. This is a really big one as the managing broker, right? I've seen it firsthand. Like, when your first goal is to inflate your numbers and just let anybody join, it really is hard to protect the culture and hard to protect your agents that have worked hard for their reputation, because, you know, you may not know all of the details. And sometimes people, like, I don't know, their reputation precedes them in good ways or in bad ways. So I think that was just something that I really felt bad about, because as a staff member, in most cases, my hands were tied. So, it was all about getting the bodies in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we took a lot of those to heart. We didn't have control over any of it, but we have control over it now, right? So we wanted to keep what works and fix what was broken. So let's just get right down to the nitty gritty. Here are our fees and splits. We don't hide them. We don't make special deals with anybody. 85-15, keep 85% of your commission until you've paid $15,000 into the company. And then you're at 100%. You get to keep every dollar of your split for the rest of the year. And then it's $250 per transaction, no matter what, split or no split. It's just easy. That never changes. You don't have to math that out. Totally easy. Do you want to talk about the other fees, Holly?
Sure. We have the $299 one-time join fee. So when you join, it's just $299, and then your monthly fee of $189 starts on the first of the following month. It's also how we figure out your anniversary. It's just the first of the following month. The $299 join fee includes the rest of the month, includes getting you set up and sign in all of the benefits and all of the ecosystem. And then it's a $189 monthly fee. So we, again, agent first, we are using the best tools and products that we can find, and quality is not cheap. so we've the $189 monthly fee, which includes your luxury presence website, the app, CRM, our marketing tools, and most importantly, we'll cover this in another slide, but our E&O insurance. Literally, across the country, except Nebraska, your E&O insurance is included in your monthly fee.
Mm-hmm. And that, oh, I was just thinking about something to say about the one-time join fee. Oh, yeah. So the reason we charge that, by the way, which, by the way, if you're a veteran, that fee is waived. There are a few things that we like to do to say thank you to veterans. So your join fee is waived if you're a veteran. Um, Also, the reason for the join fee, besides just getting you started, is we've noticed with brokerages that onboarding is one of the most important experiences that agents have. And so we don't screw this up. We really white glove the onboarding for our agents. Our agents tend to have a very pleasant experience with the onboarding. And so that's what you get is a smooth transition. There are no surprises. You get prepped ahead of time as well, what you need to know before you switch, before you make the switch, etc.
Yes, so important.
I think you should talk this slide,
So,
Holly.
so
A
we
lot of
don't
it for your baby.
So we don't believe in having policies just to have policies that aren't going to be enforced. And we also believe in trying to get to yes. So these are some decisions we've made. And so let's talk about them. So first of all, unlimited personal deals. That $250 transaction fee stands. But if your name or your spouse's name are on the contract or the LLC or the C Corp or whatever, and you're buying or selling a property, it's just the $250 transaction fee. We're not even going to try to get in the weeds and take any kind of percentage. How you want to handle that is totally up to you in terms of, are you going to pay yourself? Are you not? Are you going to whatever? There's a lot of tax consequences, right? When you're buying and selling your own properties. So we want the equity to stay in your pocket, not ours. And that's whether you do one personal deal or 100 personal deals a year. So just know that. And then coming soon, yes, Real Health Insurance. Any day now, we will be ready to launch our health insurance plan. And it is truly health insurance. It covers the tax, code requirements, the legal mandates, all that stuff. And there's, the OOPS hospital coverage, all kinds of neat stuff.
Yeah, it's not just telehealth, it's in person, it's surgeries, hospitalizations, but it's also like veterinary care and services. And you can get prescriptions written for your pets as well. And not just dogs and cats, like people have had their horses and their, goats taken care of through this service. So we've got a lot of really cool perks, mental health services, things like that. So sorry, go on, Holly.
Yeah, no, we need to make a separate little quick video digging more into that, right? Because it
Yeah.
is cool that there's still the telehealth component. There's still the free medication component, like my meds are included. And I really like the 3 stages of health, the mental health that they have. So we can dig into that in a separate little.
And you can never, you will not be rejected based on pre-existing conditions, and your rates will not change based on pre-existing conditions. So we did not say free health insurance. You get what you pay for, but it is extremely discounted for you. It is a great benefit.
Yes. The other 3 things to note are property management is not a hard no. it's not carte blanche. It's not open to everybody. There's E&O things to consider, there's state regulations to consider, but just know it's not a hard no. So if you own a property management company and you are interested in what we're doing and you want to talk, like, let's talk about it. So that's what that's about. NAR membership is not required. Again, we have a high code of ethics. We encourage everyone to join NAR. If you're doing actual residential real estate, you should join NAR. But there are cases where an agent truly doesn't need their NAR membership. So we can, again, have that conversation. If you think that fits you, let's talk about it and see how we can make that work. And then the company paid E&O, like, this is just, we're very excited about this. I don't want to say product, but this option that we found, right? Our errors and omissions insurance. So all of our agents are covered. The only reason it's nuanced in Nebraska, and you Nebraska agents probably know this, but that state requires a 2-year policy. So at this time, I haven't found that. I'll keep looking, keep digging, but everyone else is covered. And it includes sellers coverage. Our E&O extends to our sellers for 180 days after closing, up to $25,000. And there's actually ways in some states to make that $50,000. There's an option to extend that to 360 days. So lots of really great perks here.
A great unique value proposition to present during your listings. I guarantee you your competition's not able to say that. So what else do we do? Holly and I put our money where our mouth is. We are offering real ownership stake in our brokerage, not fake stock, not anything like that. And it also doesn't matter whether we go public or not. It's a real ownership stake in our brokerage. Think of it almost like country club style, because you become an equity member, that once you are an equity member, you unlock certain other benefits, that you get a seat at the table. We figure that you will care more about the health of the brokerage, right? And so you can be on the agent advisory council and things like that. You'll know the brokerage more inside and out. And this works. This is not a downline thing, has nothing to do with that. There are no downlines here. Everybody cares about the equity of their brokerage rising. So they've all banded together and they're all very excited about it. We're profitable by design. We didn't commit 50 to 90% of our revenue off the bat. We have been debt-free since about our first month in business, and we're lean and we're scalable. We don't need 10 verticals just to stay in business. And we teach our agents how to build the same. One of my favorite quotes to keep saying is build your business like a business, run your business like a business. And we lead by example. Agent first, always. Sound familiar? It's one of our core values. Well, we've always thought it was wild in previous brokerages where we'd have to figure out, oh, we emailed the wrong department. It should be transactions at such and such. No, that's admin at such and such, or, whatever, help at whatever department. It's when agents have to chase down different departments, I don't think that that's very agent centric. So Holly and I decided, you just have to remember one email, and that's solutions@myrealestateco.com. And it's our job to get it to where it needs to go. But really, we don't email around here. We use Slack. More to follow on that later. Holly, do you want to keep talking the slide, or do you want me to go? Oops.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're doing so well. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, scalability there, like I stressed before, some issues that Holly and I noticed with other national brokerages is, let's say a disaster happens, a natural disaster happens in an area, or, an agent I guarantee you they still have not solved how to know how many agents they have in that area, who needs help, is everybody okay? And that has always bothered me. It's been very chaotic. People have scaled in a very chaotic manner. I know how to do it right, because we did it in the military. We started up in different operations, and I'm just very excited to do it for this company. And we also have a certain level of standards that every agent can expect no matter what state they're in. So if they tell an agent, over in Texas, hey, we're in Iowa. If we tell an agent over in Texas, hey, this is a great company to join, the managing brokers are great, they'll take great care of you, you can know for a fact that there is a level of standards that you can expect at this company. Our events have a certain level of standards, more about that later. And then again, there's no downlines. This is not an MLM. You can earn equity based on growing the company, but it's just about who you recruit. And then it's done. It's done because the whole company's growing. It doesn't matter about your particular downline.
So we don't have a slide on this, but I think it's important to mention that one of the reasons we got rid of revenue shares, we believe it's so toxic. Like it is so toxic. And unfortunately, only about 1% of agents truly make life-changing money through revenue share. I'm not saying, the majority of agents receive nothing. A handful get about 10,000 a year, which is not nothing, but it's just that toxic energy is just gone here. So we want you to bring on people. There's rewards for that, but it's about bringing on the right people, not, again, quality over quantity.
Um, Agents are so sick of being in Facebook groups where they're trying to get real estate advice from fellow agents, and they're just an onslaught of join my brokerage, join this brokerage, don't join him at my brokerage, join me at my brokerage. And oh, I'd love to tell you about it. Let me DM, send to your DM. And it's just that same shit over and over and over. And we can promise you right now that our agents are not allowed to do that. We can also promise you that we enforce that. That's another thing here. Just like Holly said, that we don't have policies that we're not going to enforce. We don't recruit here. Another slide, we are an invite only brokerage. So if you didn't receive an invite, you're not ready to join this brokerage yet. So we don't want everybody. We don't want this to be a revolving door. We're very protective of our culture. Our agents love being here, and we love having our agents here. So a new program that we're launching is, we talk about equity. That's like a big, big thing to work towards, right? What about those instant dopamine hits? Agents can't control if they have a closing in the next 30 days, right? The attrition rate in real estate is so high. So agents can't necessarily control things like that. But what they can control are they doing money-making activities? Are they making their calls? Are they coming to meetings that they should be doing? Are they attending trainings? Are they going to open houses and hosting open houses? Are they posting on social media? These are activities that agents can actually control. So we don't just reward closings. We reward those activities with something called My Credits. And it's like that feeling that you got with a little gold star on your chart as a kid, right? These are My Credits that you earn for doing activities that you should be doing already while you're in real estate. And you can cash those in on rewards that are important to you, not being told what should be important to you. So if you like having your car detailed, you can cash them in on that. If you like, massages, go ahead and cash them in on that. We have an ever growing catalog of things. You can even save up and cash them in on something big. We're going to have big company retreats, exclusive retreats, luxury retreats. You can have it totally paid for. I mean, Holly, do you want to add anything here? I think I just talked us through it.
No, I think you're good. It's just, yes, we decided there's not a one size fits all, based on location, based off of state, geography, suburb. And so we wanted to make sure we were bringing actual, like a marketplace of benefits to each agent. And then you could choose how you wanted to spend that. So
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, remember invite only? Yeah, there's a slide for that. But we are, and it's for a reason. We care very much for our culture. And I've noticed, and Holly noticed that was another big complaint of agents. They worked very hard for their reputation, and then they would join a company, and then there were a bunch of untrained agents running around, or it would be a revolving door, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're with this company." So if you join our company, you can rest assured that we will care very much about this company's reputation. We will hold our agents accountable. That you can be sure of as well. We have a tight compliance system if you're into that, but we're also very agent first. It's not, any gotchas unnecessarily. We have a very nice balance. Anything
Yeah.
to add, Holly?
Yeah, so just that, we thought long and hard about this, and again, it's that wanting to get the message out here. We want everyone to know who we are and what we're doing, but we don't want everyone to join us. So, but that's it's so important.
Yep. So we use Slack, which is running our business like a business. It's also used by 77% of Fortune 100 companies out there. So we're just trying to foreshadow ourselves a little bit here. We actually use Slack for all of our internal communications, all of our agent communications. We've been using it ever since we started out as a company. And we even use it for our compliance. So we're able to have agent e-sign platform of choice where they can use whatever platform they want, and then they're just going to send all of their forms and communications into their transaction specific channel. And we've got a record of that forever. They can search anything forever. Agents have been loving it. They can find trainings, they can find anything they need in our Slack. Plus it has AI. They can summarize channels. They can do whatever they want. We've
Yeah,
got,
only
go
thing I
ahead.
want to say about that, if you want to go back to
Oh,
that slide, is that it's organized. We were very very, and I can't take credit for that. It was all Sandy but it's very organized. We were very deliberate in how we structured Slack. And so it's not chaotic. Even there you can kind of see to the left, like when you have a deal, it's your agent ID, it's your name, and then you can be able to do it. It's all done for you. You fill out a little form and the Slack channel is created. We so no matter what your experience is, I guess that's what I wanted to say. Whatever your experience was, hopefully it was good. But if it wasn't, we can have a conversation because we're probably doing it differently than how you've experienced it.
and what's cool is when Holly and I were starting this brokerage, we met with, I think, every single agent compliance system there was to purchase. You know, you name it, we've heard of it, we've met with them. And we want our brokerage to be like having the programs that are the best at what they do, and we want them all to talk to everybody, like talk to each other. Okay, so that's kind of what our brokerage, and Holly, her main thing is she wants every agent to be able to run their business from their phone. So we really leaned into Slack because we had been doing this with our individual businesses already, and we thought, why can't we do our entire compliance management system and allow agents to use their own e-sign platform of choice? That is probably the number one question we're getting when an agent starts to get real serious about coming over is, what do you guys use for e-sign, for compliance, whatever? They need to know how the back end's going to work. Hey, you can use whatever you want. By the way, you guys, we provide .loop. If you want a .loop, we provide .loop. But if you already have something that you like using, Form Simplicity, or your state or your board provides something and you don't want to mess with that, all you got to do is just share it in. It's all automated. We are so proud of what we have set up. When we've shown it, and we'll do videos and stuff, we'll show you guys, but people love it. Our agents love it. Our compliance loves it. So, another big thing with national brokerages is Agents are afraid about getting a hold of people. They're afraid about losing that human touch. And Holly and I have always, always been very good about agent retention within our own little EOS. What am I trying to say? EOS?
Or
Ecosphere? What am I? I don't even know what word I was just trying to say.
ecosystem.
Ecosystem. There we go. Thank you. That's why I keep you around. So we decided to lean into Zoom. It's an easy program that every agent pretty much by now knows how to use, right? You're already using it. So if you go to zoom.myrealestateco.com any day, any weekday between 10 and 2 on Central time, you're gonna get face to face with somebody. Okay, you're going to be able to get in front of somebody that can help you. You have your own support channels in Slack, and you can get help anytime, right? But if you want to get in front of somebody face to face, you have that opportunity. We also have 2 live trainings a week. People have been asking about that. Brokerages say, oh, we offer all these trainings, but they're all either pre-recorded or their agents trying to sell their coaching services and shit. These are legitimate live trainings that will help you with your business. Tuesdays are always tactical Tuesdays. They're always helping you on the real estate side of things, contractually, listings, buying, whatever. And then Work It Wednesdays are for your business side of things, social media, things like that to grow your business. I'll let Holly talk her daily coffee chat.
Yeah, so daily coffee chats 3 or 4 years old now, maybe even 5. But every morning, we moved it to 10 a.m. Central. Agents can come in and get
Ecosphere.
what?
Brian on Twitch says Ecosphere.
Ecosphere. That makes more
Thank
sense.
you.
System. That's why we keep you around, Brian.
Mhm.
So what was I gonna say? Oh, so just coffee chat. So it's casual, right? There's no agenda, there's no training formally. But if somebody asks a question, we can share a screen, we can dive in, we can show something. But it's that real-time question and answer help. But instead of it just being like a one-on-one broker call, everyone's getting the benefit. Everyone can give their 2 cents. And when appropriate, the broker will step in, but it's really great. And sometimes it's more casual, which is great too. Quite frankly, it's how I've bonded with so many agents over the years, them showing up and participating and coming to the daily coffee chat.
I learn something damn near every week as well. Events are a huge thing with our brokerage, and we want them done right. We want our sponsors rewarded, and we want agents, whether they're with our brokerage or not with our brokerage, to come to the events and leave from the events feeling like that was a good use of their time. So, at a bare minimum, there's 3 things that no matter what state or anywhere, an agent can expect to see from our events. Okay, a professional photographer at all of our events. You can enhance your social media or whatever, or grab an impromptu headshot, anything like that, right? There's goodie bags. There's something for all attendees. Nobody walks away empty-handed. And for our sponsors, there's always a sponsor snapshot, a recap, how many agents attended, how far did the farthest agent travel, just analytics for those sponsors so that they can see, what did they get for their money? And we do it professionally. And do you want to add anything with that, Holly? Because I was really proud of you for bringing in that sponsor recap.
Oh, thanks. It can take up to 30 days. No,
Yeah, no,
we're getting faster on the turnaround, but no, I think it's important. Because we've all lived 5 lives before this, I swear. And so in a past life, I worked in the marketing department of a baseball stadium. So if you want to talk about that, let me know. But one of the things that I was taught by my mentor there was it's important to always give a snapshot to your sponsors with pictures of their thing and everything that they got and all the statistics on, so they can see how their money was truly invested and potentially their ROI, their return on investment. So
And by the way, we chose this slide in particular, this event in particular, just to quickly touch on. We are doing an annual My Summer Vacation event. We already had the first annual summer vacation event. It was really fun. That pavilion behind you is literally where we had it at. It was on a lake. It was really awesome. We had a food truck. We had bags. We had all kinds of games, stuff for the kids, bubbles, like a face painter, a DJ. Like it was lit. It was so fun. Everybody had a great time. And the people that, business partners that even didn't sponsor it came and they were like, oh my God, we would absolutely sponsor any of your events in the future. This is amazing. And the agents brought their families, and whether they were with us already or not, they just had an amazing time. But the whole point of this event is that in real estate, Holly and I learned at a very young age in real estate is that everybody wants a piece of you. Everybody wants something from you. Everybody has a hidden agenda. And we wanted just one event, one time that we can all just let our hair down, have a vacation day away from the suck, and, hang out. And there's no hidden agenda. Nobody's trying to do anything. And it was just a great time.
it was
So
fun. It was it
join
was
us
it was
next.
so fun.
Instant payments, Holly.
So, as the broker for so long, I know that one of the most important things in any company is getting agents paid in a timely manner. So, the very first thing we did was figure out same day payments, but shortly after, we figured out instant payments. So, literally, once we see the money and we initiate the payment, you have it in your account within 60 seconds. So, it's 6 days or 60 seconds versus 6 days. I've seen as long as your file is approved, we're good to go. And I just can't,
Boom.
I'm so excited about it. 60-second payments.
How about our AI?
My Cortex. So, in real estate, we talk about minimum standards, right? You go talk to the seller and they're like, but I just put in a new cabinets and I just put in new floors. You're like, okay, so that's a minimum standard. So having an AI is really a minimum standard in today's real estate game. So that was, again, one of the first things we did was name him and build him. And he's continually growing and learning. And we have some really exciting things coming down the pipeline as far as what he'll be able to help our agents do. But all the basics are there now. He can help you with some contract questions. He can give you our W-9s, CDAs, policies, all that stuff. So supply and
And he's
demand.
plugged into your agent website and can help your consumers that visit your website as well.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. Was that a slide? Nope, that was a blank slide. Just thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. One slide we don't have yet, because we're constantly improving, but we might want to talk about is our new transaction coordination service.
Hmm. Yeah, so we decided an in-house TC program is best. That way we can hold them accountable, and that again, we have very high standards for our agents and for ourselves within our brokerage. So this is a white glove transaction coordination process, and we have all kinds of checklists so you can see, exactly what they can and will do for you. And I mean, they're licensed transaction coordinators. So that's good. They can fill out forms. They can do what you need them to do. Annie was scheduling my sign install and removals, coordinating with my seller to get photos done at the property. Like I feel like my workload has been cut in half. And I already had a TC before that, my VA, but I decided to even take part in these services and it has just been amazing. So I decided to, just be the guinea pig on this, but I'm so glad I was because it's just been amazing. Almost all of our agents immediately, they were asking for it. We delivered, we're agent first, but they all immediately signed up. Almost all of them immediately signed up, and they have been absolutely loving the transaction coordinator services. Anything you want to add there, Holly?
No, just that, kind of how we ended up on Slack full time, the agents were asking for it. And then the agents were asking for a transaction coordinator, asking for more, hand holding, asking for more help. And so we brought it. We answered that call. So
Like the bat signal.
exactly.
All right.
Asking to show
Yeah,
their
we
speed.
didn't do too bad. I thought we were going like really slow, but it was 45 minutes. Let's, we'll sharpen it up a little bit, but 45, not too bad.
Well, and if they were listening at 1.5 speed, it was even faster. So
Yeah.
awesome. So yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And if you have any questions, please reach out. We have one email, one phone, or reach out to the person that shared this with you. But and we probably put this somewhere. It's 712-264-5678 if you want to call or text. Otherwise, you can send an email to solutions@myrealestateco.com. And our website is myrealestateco.com. So you can find us.
Holly, I want you to close us out so that the agents can see
How we
how
always,
we close out our normal meetings because this is fun.
when in doubt, reach out. Message us if you need us. We are here for you. We all started this morning with a blank slate at 0. So make sure you go out and you have a conversation with a buyer, a seller, or an agent today. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
Bye.